topic today. The black business them, you know, and the supporting of and the lack of support. The black, the black business. Yeah. What's your take on that?
Well, I mean, from what I can see now is lots of black people now starting to support black businesses, which is good, but we're not there yet completely. You know what I mean? We've just made the right step, basically, but we're not completely walking or running yet in that sense, because you have some people still set in their ways. And I'll give you an example. If you was to open up a convenience store in your locality, right? A lot of people won't buy from you because you're not, basically, no offense, you're not Asian, because this is a stereotypical mindset that the people have. You know, so when they come and they see as a Jamaican, they think they're not fit to run a corner store. You know what I mean?
I'm not serious enough.
Yeah, so some people will still not support you.
Yeah.
And you know, some people set in their ways, and especially they don't give their own people a lot of respect.
Yeah.
You know, they're not patient, workmen as well, businesses, they rip off the customers, and then the customers sometimes, you know, they because it's another black person, you know, they don't give that respect that they would give to somebody else.
You're right, and that's very important. Yeah, because I don't see the reason why some black, like I said, workman or whatever the profession is, they don't take the next black person as serious as they would take the next person. So for example now, you would book for example a job, and they would say, okay, yeah, I come check you and me look on it. But then at a later date, somebody else might book a job of a different complexion, and they might willingly go and finish that job. So like I said.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, how can I put this without offending anyone or you know, hitting any nerve?
Yeah.
When it comes to our own people, we don't see long term in terms of businesses. We're not looking at it long term, like your children and your children, you're leaving something behind. You know, that's gonna take off. You know, you wanna set up a chain. You know, you want it to be international. You're not seeing it like that. Some people just see they're short-sighted, basically. You know, as long as I can eat, as long as I can go out and party and have 2 girls and them things, I'm alright. You know? But with that now, sometimes the workman or a business person, because the workman, they don't take it seriously themselves. Yeah, so the customers or the clients will have doubts with them. And then some workmen who take this thing seriously, then the customers want to cut corners with them. They don't want to pay them the same way they would pay someone else.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean?
True.
And it goes back to what I was saying the other day. It's the whole colonial imprint. You know, that's it's been stamped upon the brain, basically. So a person just see themselves as what you call it, a one-track mind. You know, they don't want to venture into anything else. They don't want to do anything else. They don't want to, you know, go forward and try and make themselves into this big time.
So why do you think we're not more successful at businesses, like as a whole, as black people? Like, what is there? Have you got a specific suggestion where you think?
See, it's what drives an individual, right? What drives a person? The rich person, basically, he thinks money. You know, he wakes up and he think about money. How can I make, you know, a 5% increase in my business or a 10% increase? You know, and he would look to all the different areas of how to do that, right? So let's say, for example, in the workplace, they used to give free tea, free coffee, then they cut back on that, yeah? And they're telling you, well, we can provide hot water, but you bring your own tea bag. You know, stuff like that. So they look for every different possible ways of making money. Now with us, a lot of us, we don't think that way. You know what I mean? And especially us from, I don't know, I can speak for myself from the Caribbean background. You know, you're growing up, you just want enough to be comfortable. Do you know what I mean? But it shouldn't really stop there.
No.
You know, it shouldn't stop there. I mean, you should have that divide, that what you call it. You could strike it right down the middle. You aim for what you want, right? But you don't screw other people over. You're not money driven, but you are career driven and to be successful.
But it's not one. This career driven, not money driven, because it's one in the same. Because you go to school to get a good education, to get a good career, to earn good money. So therefore, that's what I say. If I can teach my kids without sending them to school, yeah, and them having a successful career, then I would do that. But I would have to be sure of that, yeah. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because to me, it's all boiled down to making the money in the end. Because me send my kids go to school to get a good education. Why? Because I want them to get a good job. Why a good job? Because I want them to earn good. Why? Because I want them to live good. Why? Because you understand where they live better. Yeah. So it's all about, it go right back down to the money. But what I will say to you is this: in different cultures, when it comes to businesses, there's different attitude, and I think that is important. Because, so for example, now in the Asian community, yeah, now what we will see right now, or what I see, you will see they will use up every inches, yeah, of a business opportunity. They will see a business. Now, for example, I've seen a man have a car rocking where you lift the car up outside. See? No, I've never seen that. You get me? Yeah? Everything man's got that inside. But the space was so small, my man could even make a shed on it. You understand? But he could fit 4 posts. You get me? Yeah? And if you're going alongside, I seen a man selling mango in a little box. Yeah? I seen man selling phone cards in a little thing when they sit down and put the box around him. No, me not say Jamaican I do that. Yeah?
Yeah, because Jamaican, I mean, it goes back to, like you said, culture, right? In some cultures, people, it's majority of the community is actually doing that. When we were growing up in Jamaica, and you find the Kingstonians and you find the people from the countryside. When the people from the countryside move to Kingston, they're less hungry than the Kingstonian. Am I right or wrong? They're less hungry than the general Kingstonian, and I'll tell you why.
When they said hungry, I mean hungry to get stuff or general?
No, hungry as in they don't have any money.
Yeah.
They don't, like a lot of Kingstonians, they don't have a job. Yeah, a lot of times, sometimes you say, I'm hungry, white squad, I lick me down, you know, I need to find, go check this man up there and check. When a countryman come from the countryside, because they grew up working with that that ethic, that mindset to, you know, to go and get some water from this community pipe,
whatever it is,
I plant this, I do this. But in Kingston it's a different setup. So when they come to Kingston and they realize there's nothing here to plant, there's no way to plant stuff, you know, we can't do farming. So what they do, you know, they start raiding the ackee trees, right? So they always find ways to go and sell ackee. If they're not selling ackee, they go to town and get a cart and start pushing the hand cart. Because they know that if you don't work, you won't eat. So if you don't work, you won't eat, right? But that, because they have that setup from day one, and they see their parents with the donkeys, and they have that working mindset. But then the Kingstonian is completely different. You know, stand in the corner, go on, father, and I think no. You know, give me our money now.
So basically that will be instilled in you.
So basically in this Asian community, they know that this is how you have to eat. By the sweat of a man's brow, shall a man do what? A man eat bread. So you have to have that work mindset. You have to have that drive, that aim. So when they come here, they don't really know anything different. You know, why you gonna sit down like how we sit down and we chill and we on the street, and their parents gonna fall out with them because we didn't raise it that way. We were not like that. Your grandparents weren't like that. You know what I mean? They were always in the fields. They were always in the cotton mill. They were always doing something to earn a living. And then they some way think to themselves, you know what? I can't do this forever. I need something where I'm gonna generate and at more, you know, earn more money. So when a man come over here, you know, it's embedded in him. It's instilled in him. So what he does is set up a shop and he look for ways to get another shop. Yeah, and then another shop.
Yeah.
And then another shop. With us, we just want one shop or a half a shop.
But even the next problem is finding people to work together, because
exactly.
Because the Asian community is more unified in that sense, where they could bring someone over and that person could stay with them for 5-10 years, and then that person will have a shop in 10 years. Yeah, and that's the good thing. But with a Jamaican brother or sister, them now coming on you because number one, they must say, yo, 40 can't be my boss. Yeah, is him who is 40 for me my boss. At the same time, yeah, 40 is him brother.
You know, like me, for example, like me, I follow a particular religion, right? And what we try to do, we try to put the religion first before everything else. Because, and the reason why is we have a, what do you call it? It's like a manual, yeah? So you always refer and go back to the manual, right? So like in the UK, for example, they have a judicial system. Yeah, sometimes it's corrupt, but if you go to on the right channel, if the judge doesn't like you, the judge still have to act accordingly to the law, right? Yeah, you have to act accordingly to the law, right? So our people it's like they don't have a, what you call it, that manual. You know, to think, you know what? If I cheat blacks, this is gonna impact on me. It's gonna impact on the community. You know, and as we say in Jamaica, bad blessing will follow you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They don't have that. It's just like, well, if I take this from him, nothing wrong if I take a thing. Yeah, nothing wrong if I take a thing. So you don't care about your reputation. You don't care about your family honor. You don't care about your honor. Yeah? So these people, it's different in a sense.
So it boils down to a moral aspect then.
Yeah, morals. But that's what you have to be taught. You have to get taught that from day one. Do you know what I mean? It's just like our children now, that the next generation, the next children to come up. Yeah? We have to put this instill this in them and teach them. We can't allow the school and society and everybody to teach them, and then we're in the same. And this is what I say, blacks.
Jim, next weekend.
Blacks, I say this as well, yeah? Us as Caribbean people, yeah? Afro-Caribbean people, black people, we need to find friends from other race, other cultures, and learn as well, right? Because if you learn from everybody, look at Europeans, for example, right? They will travel to a country and they will see someone with an invention, right? They make it out of sticks, and then they come back and bring it back to Europe, and they made it out of metal. Or find the best material to make it, and then they start selling it. And exactly, and making big money off it. And that alone can start a big multi-billion pound company. Do you know what I mean? So what we do, we can't just stay in the same little pocket bubble. What want to charge it? What want, brother? You won't progress, brother. You won't learn anything. You know what I mean? You need to find, because there's a saying that if you were to hang out with a person who sells perfume or aftershave, you're gonna come up with a smell of a fragrance, innit?
True.
So if you hang out with somebody who is and this is just an example, you know what I mean, who burns coal, who works in a coal mine, you're gonna come out, you know, looking dirty and smelling of the same smoke. So your company, who you hang around, it determines you as well, brethren. You know? So we need to learn from other people. We need to try and change the mindset, and we need to hold back on our emotions, because most of the time with us, the emotion come out before everything else. You know, man, I'm bridging today. You love him and respect him today, and then tomorrow you dislike him.
Yeah.
For what reason?
Emotion.
And sometimes you can't even, well, him said something we never like. But you never go to the man and ask the man before his face. You never call him and quietly and pull him to the side and say, Virgin,
Never like that.
yeah, I never like what you did, you know. And then that Virgin take it on board and see you first before he sees his emotions. See you as his Virgin and said, you know, yeah, I never meant anything, you know, sorry. And then we take our move on. But then we won't do that. You see your Virgin and you stop speaking to your Virgin and you drive past and then you preen each other, and then before you know it, you have beef or chicken or whatever you have. You know what I mean? So some of these ways, behavior need to change.
Yeah, but what I would say is that even the ideas and the business ideas what would be able to come from the black community, or not the black per se, like we are talking about, yeah, the Jamaican or whatever you want to put it, yeah, it's limited. And the reason why I said it's limited is because of I believe if you need to get into certain field, you're gonna need certain qualifications per se. Yeah. So for example, yes, you could have opened a cleaning company, you could have opened a shop here, and you could have opened the you understand, like here and there or whatever, yeah, you see me? But for you get into, for example, like even become even a builder, you probably need a certain certificate. Since for you say you go open a building company, since for you will qualify in that sense. You understand? So this is what I try to say. So all these things people have to make sure they put themselves through the correct courses, yeah, and then get the correct achievement. Then no say yeah, them they can put that the pen to paper now and then get everything together, because that's what we think we're lacking. Because we're falling off too short.
Yeah, but that goes back as well to the mentality. That's what I'm saying. You're not motivated enough. You know, you don't see long term. You know what I mean? The sight is very what you call it? It is very short. Yeah, and another example, this blacks.
Around 8.
If you as a black person, for example, have your business. I know you're a businessman, right? You see in community, they won't speak highly of you. You know, they find some reason to envy. And if you look at the Somali cafes, yeah, you find the Somali cafes are packed out.
Yeah.
With who?
Somalians.
Mostly Somalians.
Yeah.
So they're supporting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And no one is gonna go. No one is gonna go home and say, well, I tried the food, you know, and it don't taste like my mother's cooking. It's not your mother's cooking. You know what I mean? So we need to find reasons to build love and respect for each other. Right? We need to love and respect each other. Yeah? We need to change up the wiring, as like I said, blacks. We need to change it. Look out for the good of somebody. What can I do to support this person? When you had the fish market over there, a lot of people come and buy fish, right? They never come and buy. They could have gone somewhere else, but they wanted to support your thing. You know what I mean?
True.
But then you get some people who won't support the thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I believe I
So
just left.
it's like this. We're not in support. We're not in supporting each other like other people should.
Yeah,
And it goes back to the whole colonialism, Virgin.
Because you see, this is like I said, a frame of mind, because like I said, you expect the support, but you don't get the support. But you get the support to a limited aspect, but not enough for you to exactly strive on that support. Yeah, like other races would get that same support from your people. See, because we see it all the while, like I said. Yeah, because for example now, if me should open a shop beside the Asian man, guarantee you. For example, Dexter is right here, Uncle Dexter is right here, and the Asian shop is right here, and you will see a lot of people going inside the Asian shop. Yeah, but what me realize is when me inside Dexter shop, what me experience is me see them come in and them say, oh Dexter, you don't have this and you don't have that in this brand. You have it enough, but not in the brand where them are asked. But check it now, yeah. This shop across the road here is selling the same brand, where Dexter said. See? And him getting pallets of stuff. See? And there's no issue. And people now go in there, I'm never going to hear nobody tell them, say, yo, them don't want this and them don't want that. You understand? But for them one people, them will come tell you now, say, yo, oh, you know, get this and you get that. Because why? Them go elsewhere, go look for where them I look for. And because them can't get it, them come to you, the man, or them can talk to.
Yeah.
And feel like say them can end up tell you what to do.
Exactly.
See, yeah.
But
And I patronize them, I patronize.
You remember when you're in Jamaica and you buying, so let's say for example, you're buying, you regularly shop at Miss Jenny's shop.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Miss Pauline one day, Miss Jenny don't have what you want, and you go to Miss Pauline, and then you buy it from Miss Pauline, and then Miss Jenny look outside and see you buying from Miss Pauline, and then when you go back to Miss Jenny's shop, she refused to sell you. Go back over there. You know, you used to buy from me, and then you stop, and you all of a sudden you buy from Miss Pauline, but Miss Jenny don't even realize that it's affecting her own business.
Yeah, because she not one.
Yeah, you never see KFC say, oh, I won't sell a piece of chicken, go McDonald's. Do you know what I mean? Because they want their customers. So what we need to do as a people, the first thing we need to do, we need to have some form of education when it comes to this thing. We need to have an institution that call the people, just like if somebody wants to come off drinking, he wants to give up drinking, wants to give up smoking. Yeah, they have these little classes. Do you know what I mean? You do when they show you the damages that it will cause and harm you. Do you know what I mean? The same way we need these little institutions and places where we can go and sit and they show you the impact that it caused on the community when people undermine or bad mind their own people.
Yes, but you see, for that to come to light, you need a leader.
But everybody gonna want to be a leader now.
This is the next problem, innit? Because with a Jamaican, everybody know it all.
That's why we need to have, alright, for example, blacks, yeah, you have a manual, yeah, any company that you work for, you will have a contract, you have terms and conditions, right? If we have terms and conditions and we know that we put it out there, everybody sign the signature, you get 10 or 15 people, they will not violate this contract because you will be terminated from it, right? So we follow what's written in the paper. No matter what you don't like or what you don't like or what you like or what you want, we follow what's written on the paper. Yeah, and we get 10, 15 people and we say we're going to do this, yeah, and we're going to elect this person as a leader. Nobody go back on their words. We're gonna give him leadership for 5 years. Yeah? Even if him start slip up and him do this, the contract is still there for 5 years. As long as him do the work when set out for do properly. If me and you and him fall out and him do the work properly, that's what he was still supposed to stay for the 5 years. We can't let emotion get in front of this. And that's what destroying us. It's too much emotions. Do you know what I mean? A man wake up today and then find a reason to be vexed with another person. Yeah? So this is the thing. We need the institutions. We need place to educate us, to teach us about business, how to run a good business. Work, man, it is important that when you say 9 a.m., it's 9 a.m.
So check it now, Fatih, yeah, because this is it that the next thing in it, yeah, because this is where we are saying now. It's like, it's not a last cause, you know, but it's very difficult because check it now. The topic what we are talking about is the business, yeah. But also during the topic is the lack of belief or disbelief of them what our own people have inside we. Now check it now. If we gonna learn business, it's almost sad to say it sound like we can't learn business from us ourselves. Sound like we're gonna need an outsider, yeah, to come and show, for example, an Asian person or a white person or a Chinese person, which is still Asian anyway, yeah. So come in and teach us black business, yeah. After we've been around for so long. Because like I said, we need educated on these topics, yeah. But for we really excel on these topics, like I said, we're only limited to a certain case as far as we know anyway.
Alright, you for example, yeah, God bless you, right? And God continue to bless you.
Respect.
Right? But since you started your business, am I right, am I wrong? Your eyes now open up to a lot of things.
A lot of things.
And you see more potential, you see more. If you want to start another business, you look at the way you're gonna start it first.
If I had help, I would have had a lot more.
Exactly. But you're looking to help from your own.
Yeah, but I cannot get it.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Because the man I put him on in ITIL.
This is it, but you see, this is it. We are trying believing ourselves like we are saying, and this is the problem that we come facing because check it now, yeah. I'll tell you this. I have my uncle and me help come from Jamaica, see, and me and him there almost years, and me employ my uncle, and my uncle said, him now work for the family. See, and him end up now I do a delivery work for postman, not postman, parcel service. Yeah. But when me look on it, for sure the mental thing now. Remember, you know, my blood this, you know. Me and him have the same 100% blood because it's my father brother. See, yeah. So if him has said these things,
Interesting discussion.
respect my brother.
That's only 5 minutes kind of prayer.
Yeah. So if him do that now and him not give you the support that you ask as a family member, how much more people you really expect for you? So therefore you have to look for a stranger.
See, as what I said, go back to what I said now. It's the mentality, the wiring. Because your uncle, first of all, he's not looking at the business. He's not looking at what you're willing to pay him. He's not looking at the fact that you're gonna branch out, give another store, and he's going to run it, and he's going to start making more money, right? And then if he asks you for advice, and I know he's a good person, he's good at it, you will give him advice. If he wants to go and set up his own stuff somewhere else, you will help him to do that.
He would have a shop already.
Exactly, but he's following his emotions, and he's looking at you. Who the hell are you? You're just a little boy, my son picked me. Yeah, we used to come check me. I used to give you this and give you that. And now you want to be my boss. Right? So it's a bit like, you know, they say you chop off your nose to spite your face.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So this is the thing, we need to break down that emotional you know, attitude where it goes before everything else. You know, a man start a business and he spends all his money, you know, to start the business, and then once he start making a little bit of profit, yeah, he goes and spend out the money, partying and all of that stuff, and then he can't go back to buy stock. Yeah? So it's just emotions because you want to have fun, you know, you want to look like the big man in the community. You know, so it's about your ego and all of these things. So that's what we need to cut out, Black.
This is it, and this is what I said to you, and that's why I said it's like it's so deep. But right now we don't know what to catch the stem right now, because we have to catch it from the womb.
We have to catch it from the younger generation.
Yeah, because right now this generation is spoiled already. Because them from them already have the idea about having a bad thought and bad thinking. Them already spoiled.
You don't write them off still, because you have to remember that you have people like you as a yardman and me as a Jamaican and many more like us. But sometimes it's difficult to find.
So you say me a yardman and you a Jamaican, and two of you are
Yardman and Jamaican are the same thing.
Not the Gaza, not the Gaza. Not the Gaza. Gaza, tell him man.
Jamaicans are good, man.
Jamaican.
No, you're talking about yardies.
Okay.
Yeah, you're talking about yardies. You're talking about yardman. Yeah.
So this Jamaican, this
Yardy,
Yardie.
because Yardy associate with gang hooliganism,
And there's Yardman.
and then it's Yardman,
Yardman,
proper man from
original.
Yard.
Yeah, like when you see the clocks, you know, say a real yard.
Exactly. So the thing is, like us, we have many more like us with the same mind and the same drive and the same goals.
True.
Right? But then if someone is hiring, if an employer is hiring to get employees, what they do, they have to see through see all these different candidates, all these different applicants, and then they select from who they think is fit for the job from these few, the interview, right? So that's what we need to do. If we reach out to the masses, we know we have plenty good people out there.
There is, yeah.
You know, your power with a one man, you might out of 1 out of 20, right? And it can work. You can work together. When I was in America, I was in New York, right? And you have all these guys try to bully us. And I said, all we need is 5 of us. If we had 5 serious people, it's not that we're gonna be violent. Yeah, but because they know one is very serious. So they say, imagine if it's 5. We're not gonna mess with these guys. Do you know what I mean? So that's all we need. Sometimes we need 5 and then other people will learn from that, and then it multiplies.
5 will come
Yeah.
10,
All right. Look, I'll give you an example from this is from Islam. Yeah. Yeah. When Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, when he started out, yeah, one person was narrating what happened. Yeah. They said, I came out to Mecca one day, and I saw a man came out of a building, and he was doing something strange. Yeah, he was doing some positions that I've never seen it. And then I saw a young boy and a young girl came out, and they joined him in it. Right? And he said, the man said something like 10 years down the line. He said when he too became a Muslim, he joined in the same body movement. Yeah. And he said, but then it was only one man. And look at it today, nearly 2 billion people right now, Muslims, and so that's all it needs to do. Start it from a movement, and then from a movement, you stick to the plan. No matter what, people will try and get you off that path, everything, but you hold it out and you fight on and you go through the right channels, and then before you know it, you take off. But not a lot of people willing to fight blacks.
You leave a real legacy.
Aye, so not a lot of us are willing to fight. We need to come out of this colonization, slavery mentality. Needs to go, brethren. You can't sit and talk about the same thing and plan the same thing, bro.
Point fingers in the other.
Exactly.
Cool, man.
Another thing,
Sorry, my brother, have you said?
Yes.
to finish off blacks.
Yes.
You see, you said today from the womb there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you, I decided. To cancel the deal. I decided.
Western place.
West Indian Center.
Yes.
Yes.
See that place?
Cancel
Yes.
the
We set up
deal. Yeah, because I need that to come
and call on to youths,
Yes.
and then many people with careers go there and speak to them.
By the way, thank you very much.
Try and help
Thank you
them to choose their
very
path
much.
while they're
I still appreciate
very
you.
small.
Yes.
You understand?
From
And
young.
then it's gonna work out.
From young.
From young, motivate them because they don't have role models.
Thank you very much.
So if they see people who have made it in that way,
Bye.
successful people, then they might choose their careers like that. Not university, and some university is not for everybody.
No.
Education is not for everybody.
No. Because I choose not to go to university,
Really?
and that was a decision I made. You know what I mean? Because I tell myself that my dad was struggling too much to send me to school. So how would he send me to university? Yeah. So to me, I had to do the maths, and I made that decision at the time. I said, you know what?
For real.
That's it. And at 15, I left school.
People like this brother, man, he has a cleaning shoe company.
Yes,
And
brother.
he can speak up. New soul, you say hard, new soul. No,
Is it-
investment, clean shoes, innit?
Yes.
So,
Oh, shoes cleaning company.
Yes.
Yes. So you mean tell the people them there just brother, make them know where I go on.
So we're based at Pollard Yard, Ancoats.
And coats.
Postcode M40 7FS.
Yeah. So what? Just elaborate a bit what you do. You clean trainers and that.
Yeah, we restore footwear, so any footwear that needs repairing, we can do that or we can clean it up for you guys.
Anything, yeah.
Yeah,
Respect, yeah.
the community supporting as well. So
Yes,
appreciate
man. I
that.
like that,
man.
I'm gonna try to look for 2 of them old trainers that bring come gear, innit? Yeah. Faith, brother. Yes, Ali. Respect.